stand next to his plot, okay? Then the ceremony will go, okay? Then what we will do is we will read the name. They will give us a bell, okay? We go from there to the next one. They'll give a bell, okay? You keep going on down the line. And we would like it if you was to read the whole thing of whatever it is, okay?
And when we're all done, Roger will play taps.
Right.
And you can salute. You've got the proper headgear on, otherwise hand over the heart. And to start, asking for the sound of kinship.
Yeah.
So that'll be the ceremony.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take this guy.
Thank you all for coming.
I'm
And
hoping
if we don't have enough, you'll get 2 brothers. Then you'll be leapfrogging.
You see a G?
Try not to trip over. I don't want you to die for your country. I want you to make the other guy die for his country. Who said that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Patton. These 26 grave markers were put in 1945 after the end of the war. The city donated the land. The surviving families got the grave markers from the government and they put them in here. And they took care of it for a few years. And then they didn't have children, obviously. When their parents and siblings passed away or moved away, they just kind of were left there. I happened to be up here in 2014 at a ceremony over here when they put in the flagpole, and I walked down there rehearsing what I was going to say, and I saw them all covered with weeds and dirt. And I thought, my gosh, these are all my Purple Heart brothers. And nobody's taking care of their grave markers, so I'll do it. So I come up here and I change the flag venue every 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks was football. They were all football programs from the 30s and 40s. Oh. Army, Navy, Cal Stanford, UCLA, USC, Orange Bowl, Cotton Bowl, what have you. I decided this year that since we have a lot of Vietnam veterans in our group here, we have another kinship with them. these guys did not get the welcome home ceremonies and the parades, just like us. So this is their welcome home ceremony and their parades, and you guys are helping them with it. That's why the venue kind of looks happy as opposed to sad. So what we'll do is Roger, our Marine here, will sound attention, and if you would assemble, we'll start down at this end and go down. When I point to the first person, if you would, who's the first person? Okay? I'll give you the sign. I'll say roll call. You announce the person's name, I'll ring the bell. Then it'll move just down the line. And if you're leapfrogging, when we get to the end, I'll call everyone to attention until Roger, who will have moved back up here to play taps. And once he finishes, you can salute or place your hand over your heart. Once that is done, I thank you all for coming, and you can go back the same way we came, or you can go back the freeway, whichever you want. Any questions? Good.
Awesome.
Roll call.
Roland B. Nutting from California, U.S. Naval Reserve, World War II, January 17, 1926 to December 18, 1944.
Private Alan S. Telebottle, 1909 to 1942. Died while a Japanese prisoner at Camp O'Donnell, Philippines Island.
Corporal Richard Lockhart, Flamethrower, 2nd Marine Division, 1924 to 1944, fell at Saipan.
Adam Garcia, Company A, 1915-1944, died October 24, 1944, Lafayette, Pennsylvania. I have fought the good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith.
Lieutenant
Corporal Thermal A. Singley, 2nd Battalion, 24th Marines, September 26, 1919 to February 2nd, 1944.
Lieutenant Cecil D. Irvin, 1921 to 1943, Air Transport Commander, India-China Wing.
First Lieutenant Charles H. Sternman, Bombardier Navigator, 9th Air Force, 1921 to 1944. Put out his hand and touched the face of God.
Sergeant F. W. Pollen, 1909 to 1944. Air Transport Command, 4th Ferry Group, 305th Squadron, lost in a storm between Ascion Island and the Gold Coast of Africa, May 9, 1944.
Richard Paul Gwynn, 1926 to 1944. Submarine trout lost in the Pacific. PFC Everett Dodson, 1924 to 1944. With the Fighting 81st Division on Anchor Island. Glorious death is his who falls for his country.
Sergeant Warren G. Sutton, 1922-1944, who died in the service of his country in the European area February 5th, 1944.
Lieutenant Thomas E. Thrasher, 1922 to 1944, gave his life for the cause of liberty at Bologna, Italy. Member of the 532 RD Fighter Squadron, 27th Group.
Major Albert D. Newbert, U.S. Army Medical Corps, England, 1904 to 1943.
Sergeant Vaughn, Cornford, 1916, 1941, 19th Bomb, CP, FEAF, Clarkfield, Penmanco, EI.
Captain Jack Cross, RN, First Class, 1920 to 1944. Submarine Grayback, lost in China Sea.
Staff Sergeant Ray H. Sanders, Company K, 413th Infantry, 104th Division, 1917 to 1944. Died on the field of battle. 'Twas noble thus who died.
To my shipmates, USS Arizona Memorial, may you rest in peace.
Private Philip E. Dawson, 1916 to 1944. He lies in Belgium.
Oh, who's this one? Is this you? Dodson? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Private Paul A. Dodson, 1912, 1944. 5th Air Base Group, Camp 2. Died on Japanese prison ship. Torpedoed of Mandano.
PFC Charles Edward Lewis, 1921 to 1942. HQ 19th Bombardier Group, died in a Japanese prison camp, Cabanatuan, Philippine Islands.
Corporal Charge M. Wosner, 1925-1945. Radio gunner, missing over the Philippines, January 10th, 1945.
Lieutenant Lawson H. Bayleys, 1917 to 1945. He was lost on Japan on a photo reconnaissance group, Air Group 94, USS Lexington.
Lieutenant Robert Krantz, 1914 to 1943. 17th Pursuit Squadron, Air Force P-40, killed in action, Corregidor, Philippines Islands.
Private Jack A. Matthew, 1923 to 1943. 2nd Marine Division, Tarawa Gilbert. Killed in action November 23rd, 1943.
Lieutenant Robert D. Turley, U.S. Army Air Corps, born 1919 and died in Italy in 1944. Captain J. William Hanson, Headquarters 10th Regiment Army Service Force, born 1915 and died in 1947. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Psalm 23:1.
In loving memory of beloved son and brother, Captain Joseph F. Bermudez Jr., 1914 to 1954, killed in Colombia, South America.
Present arms. Bugler, down taps. Order, arms. Dismissed. Thank you, Roger.